Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has arrived via rail in Russia, where he is due to meet President Vladimir Putin. State media said Kim used a dark green train to travel to Russia, relying on a slow but specialized form of transportation that the reclusive country's leaders have used for decades. Since becoming leader in late 2011, Kim has used a train to visit China and Vietnam, as well as his previous trip to Russia to meet Vladimir Putin in 2019. Mr. Putin is currently at the Vostochny Cosmodrome, and Russian and foreign media have speculated that this is where Kim will meet the Russian leader. It is widely thought that Vladimir Putin will try and secure an arms deal from North Korea in order to help bolster the Russian war effort against Ukraine. A senior official says the death toll from the floods in Libya in one city alone stands at more than 1,000 people. Here, Libyan aid workers helping residents navigate waist-deep water. Much of Derna, which has about 100,000 residents, is underwater after 2 dams and 4 bridges collapsed. The Red Cross says up to 10,000 people are recorded to be missing after the flooding as a result of Storm Daniel. The storm hit on Sunday, also affecting the eastern cities of Benghazi, Susa and Al-Marj. The political situation in Libya is thought to be hampering rescue efficiency as the country is split with effectively 2 governments in control. Police in Pennsylvania have warned that the escaped convict Danilo Cavalcante is armed as they continue their 12-day pursuit of the fugitive murderer. They are searching South Coventry Township, northwest of Philadelphia, and warned residents to stay inside on Tuesday. The 34-year-old Brazilian is thought to have shaved his beard in an attempt to elude the authorities. He fled Chester County Prison on the 31st of August by crab walking between 2 walls, scaling a fence and crossing through razor wire. A week before, he was convicted of killing his ex-girlfriend and sentenced to life in prison.
I'd like to address a message to anyone who may have already offered assistance or is contemplating assisting Cavalcante in any way. We will prosecute you fully for those actions. If you choose to assist us, you could be eligible for some or all of the reward that has been offered for Cavalcante's capture.
The African Union is planning to launch a new African credit rating agency next year. The aim is to address the group's concerns that ratings given to countries on the continent are unfair. The agency would craft its own assessment of the risks in lending to African countries. It would be based on the continent and would add context to the information investors consider when deciding whether to buy African bonds or lend privately to countries. A Van Gogh painting stolen from a Dutch museum in March 2020 is back in safe hands after a 3.5-year quest to recover it. Dutch art detective Arthur Brand said he had been handed the 139-year-old painting in a pillow and an IKEA bag by a man who came to his front door. In 2021, a career criminal was jailed for 8 years over the incident. The painting was burgled from the Singer-Laren Museum near Amsterdam in 2020 in a heist that made headlines around the world. And blink and you'll miss it. Students from Switzerland have smashed a world record for acceleration with their hand-built electric racing car. The vehicle accelerated from 0 to 100 km per hour in 0.956 seconds over a distance of 12.3 meters. The car, named Mython, was built by members of the Academic Motorsports Club Zurich. The world record was confirmed by Guinness World Records, beating the previous world record of 1.461 seconds set last September.
So we aimed from the beginning to go below 1 second in acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. And we managed to achieve that on 1st of September. We managed to reach 0.956 seconds. We actually did it 3 times in a row, so we were quite confident that the car can do it consistently.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel studios in Lagos.